What's going on, everyone? I'm going to show you today how to install a quiet insert baffle, aka Decibel killer, on your Vance and Hines Blackout 2-in-1 for the Nightster, Iron, and Sportster category. Got a decibel meter here going. As you can see, it's fluctuating with my voice. We're going to start it up, let you see what this sounds like stock, and then just give it some revs. Okay, so there's been multiple videos on YouTube showing before and after the install of this, just the sound difference and the noise wise, but nobody really shows how to install it. So I'm going to show you how to do that today. We're starting with a 5/32 Allen. I have a socket style so I can put on my ratchet. You can use just a normal Allen wrench, but there's a little Allen bolt right here. We're going to loosen up, hold your end cap in. Alright, so we have to get this bezel out. We've got that screw removed from here. There should only be one, but give it a good look around, make sure there's not two. Basically, I'm going to make my slide hammer kit here work somehow to probably grab on the inside of this and slide hammer this little bezel off.
Idiot!
So upon further inspection, there's a second one on the bottom. So we've got probably 5-pound slide hammer here. I've got this attachment on it. It's just kind of a little cone. And then I've put the 3-jaw adapter on there with the teeth facing outward. So that way we can stick it inside the exhaust and tighten this down. And what it'll do is spread the jaws open to grab the baffle. It's going to mar up the inside of your exhaust a little bit, but we're going to use a rag to kind of protect it. Loosen it up again. Make sure all of your screws are removed. Cram it on in there. Alright, so I wasn't able to get a good enough bite with the rag. It was too slippery. So I put it in there without it. It's just going to have to be what it is. And I'm just going to gently try to not pull out the puller and have the jaws wreck your exhaust. Doesn't have to come out super far. Just until about there where you can see this hole, because that's where this screw goes through to mount the baffle. Alright, so I made the mistake where I put this in too far, and right around here it rubbed, and you can see some nice little white scuffs. So if you want to avoid that, don't shove it in all the way. And then if you're going to use the slide hammer to put this back in, I would recommend putting the rag over this so that the metal's not hitting that, but we're going to use the rubber mallet. Okay, so according to this fantastic diagram, it shows that the flared end of the baffle, which is this end, goes towards the engine side, while this end goes towards the outlet side. So because the bike is opposite of the diagram, we're going to put it in this way. We're going to have to pull this screw out because it's going to line up with that hole. As per the directions, if you do not have this hole already, you will need to measure in about 1.65 inches from the beginning and drill your own 5/16 inch hole. Luckily, mine already has it. So again, this part towards the engine, put in there, line up the hole, and start your screw. It should be Loctite on your screw. Mine came with it. And we're just going to snug it out. Not going to reef on it too much. Don't want it to snap. Here's kind of what it's going to look like. So if I forgot to mention this is the same size Allen as the two that hold the cap in, 5/32. Now we're going to make sure that the two holes, or if you only have one hole, line up with the, what the fuck do you call this thing? bezel.
The exhaust.
Make sure the screw holes line up with the bezel, and we're going to put this back in. You might be able to wiggle it in depending on how rusty it is. Like I said, we're going to pound it in with this guy. Send it. Just gonna send it. Look at that, didn't even need the hammer. And then reinstall your 2 other 5/32 screws. Again, just snug, not too tight, should have Loctite on it.
That was my dad's.
That's why I said if I broke your creep.
Alright, so before we were idling around 80 and it peaked at 83 from the footage I saw from when I revved it earlier, just a quick little blip. So we're going to fire it up now, see what it idles at again, and see the highest it gets when I give it the same rev. So it did hit 83 there, but I did go a little higher on that second rev. So I would have to say that if it makes a difference, which is a very minimal one, we're probably talking in the 1 to 3 decibel range overall. We'll do a takeoff video right now, just like we did before. See how that compares. So once we got it away from the garage and fired it up and I got my helmet on and everything and I started it, I can definitely tell it is a fair amount quieter now that we're away from the house and I have gear on. It sounds quieter overall sitting on the bike. So we're gonna go ahead and do a little takeoff quick. There's a car coming.
This bike is so cool.
Oh, it still backfires.
Alright, so that's that. Like I said, you can definitely hear it. It is a little less aggressive once you get it out on the street. I'm not sure if you can pick that up real well on video or not. Like I said, a couple decibels. It's not going to be anywhere near stock still, but if you're looking just to quiet it down a little bit, like currently I'm living in a trailer park, so I don't want to wake up the whole neighborhood when I come home from work at 2 a.m. Didn't want to buy a whole new exhaust system, so I spent the 40 bucks, got the Baffle, did what I could. I'll post a link in the description below if you'd like to purchase the Baffle. I got it off Amazon. That was the cheapest I could find it. Or actually, no, I think I got it from Dennis Kirk. But I'll put a link in the description below where you can get it. And if you like this video, make sure you hit like. If you want more videos like this, hit subscribe. And check me out on Facebook at Tony the Truck Guy. Thanks for watching.